is so big. Lord, have mercy. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Under the Big Mango Tree. I'm Theo. Happy to be back. Today we're going to be talking about my somewhat viral video. Well, viral to me because that's the most views I ever got on a video on my Instagram. And it from today, it has about 18.3 thousand views, and I am so excited. I am so excited. So if you're not sure which video I'm talking about, it's my Steven Universe video with Connie, Steven, and Lion. If you want to check it out, it is on my Instagram. Hopefully something pops up here so you can see it. But yeah, it's on my Instagram, so go and check it out. And today I'm going to show you how I make it. Before I talk about how I created the video, I just want to talk about Instagram changing into more of a creator platform. So we all heard the news that Instagram is going to be catering more to videos and content creation instead of just being only a photograph app, a photo album app. So I think that really had a lot to do with the video getting pushed, because I have used Reels before, but none of them never got those kind of views. So so when I saw my phone like ringing off, I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm at work, I was like, who the hell is keep messaging me on Instagram? And then when I finally got home, I look at it, I was like, oh my gosh, look at all of these likes. And then they say, oh, you hit over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I was like, wow. But now I'm at like 80,000, and I'm just so grateful. I'm still happy. I'm still excited about it. But the future, since Instagram is changing, I would say the future where I'm going to steer my Instagram content is going to be focused on my two main characters. I'm still going to be doing like random animated videos, but I want to be more focused on my two characters, which is Mango and Anansi. So yeah, hopefully I can create some content with them alone in it. So let's get started on reference. So I got my ideas most of my ideas from, which is TikTok. Scrolling on TikTok can be a pro and a con. A pro is that you find a lot of different content, a lot of different sounds, a lot of different references that you can use. But the con is TikTok is somewhat addictive, and you can be there for hours scrolling. That's why I removed the TikTok off of my phone, because it was becoming a distraction when it was supposed to be helping me with my content. But anyways, I got this idea from Jane Sana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but I'm going to put a TikTok here and the reference video.
I feel kind of free. We're still the kids we used to be.
And when I saw her video, I had saved it, and I was like, this reminded me so much of Steven Universe. But I had it in my OneDrive for a couple of months, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And I started rewatching some old Steven Universe videos, and I finally came up with the idea of what I really wanted to do with the reference of the video. Okay, so now that we have found our reference, we are going on to part 2, which is planning. And I would say this is the most important part of this whole process, because if you don't plan properly, it can really make and break your animation. So I had to do some research on the Steven Universe characters that I was going to use. So I had to look up references on character sheets on Lion, Steven, and Connie. And I also had to look up their backgrounds and how they draw their line art, because I wanted to get close enough or similar enough that it looks more like Steven Universe, because I don't really have a drawing style at this moment that I'm like stuck on. So I wanted to draw more in Steven Universe art style. So I tried to find fields that matched more from the reference video, and I did find one, and I copied it more to the theme of it, except for the flowers, which I changed because I was playing Animal Crossing and I kind of wanted it to look more like Animal Crossing flowers, so I changed it to that. But the background, if you just type in Steven Universe backgrounds, I'm pretty sure you could find it. For this one, I didn't really have to look up like videos of Steven and Connie like talking. For my Gumball, Darwin videos, I actually had to go and look up Darwin mouthing words so I could mimic the way they actually speak in the show. But for this one, it was pretty simple because nobody was speaking. So for this one, I didn't really have to do a storyboard, which storyboarding is important, especially if you need a specific guide to follow. But for this, because I had a reference video and hers was a little bit more detailed, all I really had to do was copy the video. But since it was like a 15-second video, I needed it to be short and sweet. So instead of having to roam through the garden or the field, I had to run to Steven. The reason I chose Connie and not Steven as the main character is because I think Connie had more of a steady growth as a character within the series, and from her being like afraid to tell her parents to be herself in front of her parents, to being a strong, independent, can I say woman? A girl, young lady. I love to see how Connie blossomed into the person that she is. Whereas Steven, I still have my qualms about how they did Steven in the last season, but I digress. Within this planning stages where you have to figure out which elements will be moving and which elements are going to be still. So for me, the moving elements were a couple of flowers, Connie and Steven at the very, very end, and the clouds. Everything else was just still images. Lion, I don't think Lion moved. No, Lion didn't move. The background didn't really do any moving. And there was a lot of flowers that didn't move. It was just special flowers that I choose that actually moved. So let's start animating now. Now that you have your elements and maybe you did an animatic, I did a rough of how I wanted Connie to move. I had to do a little bit of research on how to animate a run from backwards, from the back, and that was the most difficult part of this whole animation. Because I was animating on 8 frames per second, I cut out a lot of the run, and because it was such a short and quick video, each step didn't really need to be animated. Since I was doing it, the timing and doing it on choose, every element of it didn't need it to be there. So what I did to start this piece, I changed the MP4 to an MP3, uploaded it to Clip Studio Paint. Then I also took my Procreate background drawings and I took those elements, which was the room. I just basically copied the TikTok artist room and the background that I drew and imported it into Clip Studio Paint. So I tried to time up those elements to the the sound, and so that everything works well before I started doing my rough and then my cleanup rough, and then adding on the line and the color and so on and so forth. With the clouds, I use the parallax. So Clip Studio Paint has this feature where you can basically put keyframes in, and you can move the image. So in order for you to get the full image, because if you change it from a vector image to a rasterized image, the clouds are going to get cut off, right? So what you want to do is, if you need the clouds to be longer, make that longer within the drawing file, and then when you import it, you won't have to like change it to a raster file or need more clouds added on, because what Clip Studio Paint does is cut the image, so when you start moving it, you recognize you're missing some of the clouds. So I kept it as a rasterized, as a vector image, my bad. I kept it as a vector image and just set keyframes, so as soon as it started on, as soon as the video reached the field, the cloud starts moving, and then the other keyframe is at the end of the video, so by the time it reached it, the cloud will start moving, so the movement very, very slow. I did a quick little rough on the backgrounds, just turn on the opacity, and I did a quick rough so I could know where I want to place Connie and how she's gonna move. And then I like to work on my animations in sections, because it can get pretty overwhelming having to draw all these poses and movements. So I would say do like 10 frames. After you do 10 frames, do the other 10 frames, just so you don't feel so overwhelmed. And the thing with Clip Studio Paint, there's this timeline strip, so you could, as you're progressing, you can move it, and what it does, it blocks out the rest of the timeline. So if you press play, you can actually see how everything moves, and you could even loop it so you could get a sense of the movement within those frames that you have chose. And I think it works well, so you don't get overwhelmed that the timeline bar goes all the way to frame 145, and all you needed to see was the first 10 frames. So I think it's pretty helpful. Okay, after checking it, I saw that lion does move his hair and his tail moves a little. It's nothing significant, but it just goes in the breeze. And I did that first because it's just 3 frames, 3 colored frames, and 3 line frames, clean line frames. So doing him first was the easiest thing, got it all to the way. Then I did Steven next. He didn't move for most of the video. For majority of the video, all I needed him to do was hug Connie at the end. And after I did that, that's about 5 frames. After I did that, didn't have to worry about it after that. Then I had to move on to Connie. So what I needed her to do was take off her glasses, put her hand through the hole, and then look sad. Then all of a sudden she recognized she's in a different place. She turns around, she sees Steven and Lion, and runs there. If you're a Steven Universe fan, you understand the significance of Connie pushing her holes through her glasses, because she was afraid that her mother wouldn't accept what she's doing with Steven, and now that she's older, she has been able to speak to her mother. Her and her mother's relationship has gotten way better, and she's more independent, she's more outspoken, she's stronger, and that is why I really wanted to do her. So yeah, so after I did Connie's clean line and one snap, I had to go and look up each individual character's color sheet to make sure that it's colored right, and from the lines to of their hair and everything like that. So once you complete all your elements, you just export it. With my animations are pretty straightforward, so I could do everything within Clip Studio Paint, and I don't really have to do any outside compositing or anything like that. I don't even know what compositing is, but I digress. So yeah, with Clip Studio Paint, you are more than likely export the audio that you uploaded into it, but I think it has to be a certain length. Normally when I do longer sounds, the program tends to crash. I don't know, it's because of my graphics card or whatever that it kind of processes that kind of sound. But normally when I do longer videos, it crash. But if you shorter ones, it's pretty fine. Here I just exported, uploaded it onto TikTok, uploaded it onto Instagram, and everything was fine. It was still happy, you understand? Now that all of that is complete, if you're wondering how did I get this thing to garner so many likes and views, I don't know. I am not a social media marketer. I did do an internship with that, but it wasn't about getting trends and getting likes. It's just about posting and that kind of stuff. But I would say the reason why, well, I think the reason why it blew up so much is because one, Instagram is changing the way they do stuff, and two, the video before that got about 8,000 views, and the reason it got so many views is because it was trending. I think it was my Darwin and Gumball video, and it was trending. Somebody on TikTok had said that Corey Leray, the girl was like, the whatever her name, however this song go, you see me? However this song go, and they was like, oh, she sounds like Darwin, and I decided to do my own take on it, and that blew up. To me, blew up, and then I think I put my other video out like a couple weeks after, so it was still garnering the energy off of that video, so it helped a lot with the overall of the video getting out there. And because I also tagged the young lady from the TikTok video that I referenced, she also put it in her story, and that also blew up as well. That also helped as well. So I guess yeah, there's a lot of attributing factors to why that video got a lot of views. But I would say stay consistent. Don't worry about the numbers so much. It's easy to say don't worry about the numbers when you got numbers, right? But still, don't worry about the numbers so much because it can make you feel like you're not worth it. I've been stuck at 1,500 followers for the past couple of months, and if I let it get to me, I won't be able to do what I love to do right now. So keep doing what you guys doing, work hard, stay consistent, build your platform, and I'm pretty sure somebody will notice. Hey you guys, I just wanted to end this off by saying thank you for watching. If you like these kind of videos, drop a like, leave a comment, and I'll make some more. Again, thank you. Tell your mother, your sister, your uncle, your father, the dog don't do what to watch, like, and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.